In this video, we're going to find out how we can profit from this range that we are stuck in at the moment for Bitcoin and also Ethereum. And I'm also going to update you about my Bitcoin trade that I showed you in the previous video. So guys, if you want to profit from this range, make sure to watch the video until the end, smash up the like button and subscribe and activate the bell so that you always get notified when I upload a new video. So guys, we're going to start on the daily chart for Bitcoin, and clearly you can see that we are stuck in between these ranges of round about 17,190. So let's say 17,200 US dollars, and all the way down here where we have our support round about the levels of 16,400 US dollars. At the moment we are trying to break out from these levels, and we have attempted to break the level of 16,900 US dollars, which is round about here. So guys, I'm going to show you about the trade that I opened, because I told you that I'm going to open a long position, and for that we're going to go on the 4-hour charts for Bitcoin. And guys, you can see that exactly here I opened my trade round about the levels of 16,810 US dollars, like I told you in my previous video. So guys, at the moment we can see that we're in profit, but guys, my take profit is all the way up here of round about 17,190 US dollars. So guys, I expect that we're going to reach our take profit, but first we're going to find out what are we going to see at the moment, because guys, it's obvious that we are running into some major resistance that comes all the way from these levels where we had a lot of resistance. So guys, we could expect a small retracement, and to which level I'm going to tell you exactly now, because we're going to take the Fibonacci retracement tool and take it from the bottom all the way to the top that we have formed, and then we can see that our entry point is perfectly on the 38.2. So I expect that we're going to see a dump all the way to the levels of the 38.2, and then we're going to see a bounce from these levels. But guys, maybe we're going to come all the way back down to the 61.8, or even this trend line, and bounce off from these regions of 16,740, and then we're going to see a bounce in these regions. And guys, I've pulled my stop loss up to the levels of 16,700 US dollars, because guys, either we're going to see a bounce from these regions, or we're going to see a bounce at the top of this trend line, or we're going to fail with this trade. But guys, at the moment it looks quite bullish for Bitcoin, because we are still forming higher lows. So guys, we're going to find out if this trade is going to work, and if you need any updates on my trades, make sure to follow my Telegram group in the video description below. And guys, if you want to profit and trade all of these moves, make sure to sign up with my BitGet link in the video description below, where you receive a major deposit bonus of up to 4,100 US dollar. So guys, make use of this free money, and now we're going to go over to Ethereum. And on the daily chart for Ethereum, we can see we have the same scenario as for Bitcoin. We are forming higher lows, and that is quite bullish. And at the moment we have broken through this level of 1,240, where we had some major resistance. Because guys, you can see previous support will turn into resistance, like we had it exactly here, round about the levels of 1,238. So guys, at the moment we are breaking these levels, but we need to go on the lower time frame to really find out where's the next trade for Ethereum. But ultimately, if we're going to break out from these levels, I could expect that Ethereum will come all the way back up to the levels of 1,349, and we can see that we have a lot of resistance in these regions. So guys, we really have to profit from this range that we are stuck in at the moment, because I expect that Ethereum and Bitcoin are going to come up all the way to the top of this range, and then we're going to see a retracement even lower. And to which level? Yes, obviously to this level where we had a lot of resistance. So I expect that this resistance will turn into support round about these levels, and we're just going to highlight these areas, and then we can see perfectly at the level of 1,290 US dollars. We could expect, if we're going to see this pump all the way up to this range, that we're going to see a retracement all the way down here. But guys, we can trade this move, and for that we're going to go on the lower time frames on the 4-hour chart for Ethereum. But before we're going to go on the 4-hour chart, guys, I want to remind you, if you're not in a Bitcoin mode yet, go over to cryptoclothing.com, because they'll be launching their website very soon. And in the meanwhile, go follow them on Instagram. The links are in the video description below. Now let's go over to Ethereum on the 4-hour chart. So on the 4-hour chart for Ethereum, we can see that this is our resistance area that we have just drawn in from this major resistance area. So guys, we could expect Ethereum will retest these levels. We're going to take the Fibonacci retracement tool and find out which retracement we're going to see for Ethereum. So we're going to take it from the bottom all the way to the top, and then we can see that the 38.2 is most likely the retracement area, and that is all the way at the levels of 1240, where we had this resistance area that will most likely turn into support. So the same scenario as for Bitcoin, we can see that we have some support round about the 38.2, and that is quite bullish because most of the time we're going to see a retracement to the 38.2 and most likely to the 61.8. But at the moment, I think because we have this major important trend line round about the 38.2, I expect that Bitcoin and Ethereum will have a retracement all the way to these levels. And yes, we could open a trade at this bounce of this trend line, because this would confirm the breakout from the symmetrical triangle for Bitcoin and also Ethereum. So guys, my take on Ethereum is that we're going to take a long position if we're going to bounce off from the 38.2, and I would set my limit order round about these levels, and I would take the trade up all the way up to the levels of 1298, because here we can see some major resistance and we broke out from this pattern. So I expect that Ethereum will reach the top of this resistance. So our stop loss we're going to drag underneath the 61.8, because guys, maybe we're going to see a scam wick and a retracement all the way to the levels of the 61.8, and then our trade will be safe. But guys, if we're going to see it that we are not going to bounce from the 38.2, I would wait until we are getting the bounce from the 61.8 and then open the trade at the break of the symmetrical triangle, so exactly at the levels of 1238. But guys, at the moment I really do believe that we're going to consolidate in these areas until we're going to see the next break all the way to the levels of $1,300. So guys, if you want to trade these moves, make sure to follow my BitGet link in the video description below and sign up to receive a major deposit bonus. And guys, make sure to be for crypto, and we see each other in the next video.